Speed gaming fans, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans, here we go. The #1 ranked Monoci85, the Buzzsaw, against the Dragon Warrior champion Highspirits. We're seconds away. Best of 3 matchup. Game 1 right here on Speed Gaming. My name is Will Cleosis. Joining me on commentary, Tyrannex.
How you doing?
I'm good. Mr. Versetti on the tracking. Beazle doing our restream here on Speed Gaming. Prime time, 8 p.m. right now, Wednesday evening. I can't wait for this match, Tyrannex. We're getting ready to go.
Yeah, we're starting here right now. It looks like both guys use the exact same party setup. We have a forced black belt and using a fighter, white mage, black mage, probably going to Dan that black belt.
Could be. Lightning 3, Fire 3 for attack AoE spells in the black magic shop so far in Canaria.
Yeah, and the white magic, there was good white magic. White mage learnable though for now. Fighter will be able to get it later, so they're both probably pretty happy with their party selection right now.
Highspirits checking the item shop. Monoci85 already out of the gates. He's in the Temple of Fiends, headed towards the 3 chests. Go to run here from Monoci85 early in the encounter table.
Oh yeah, that's a really good run to start.
Not far behind Highspirits now. Monoci headed north. Check out those 2 chests. Glare from the spiders takes out the fighter. Highspirits is probably going to see this encounter.
Yeah, opal armor and a heal. I think he's okay with the fighter being down. You know, his lightning 3 should be able to take care of Garland.
Monoci initiates the fight with Garland. We're at the 1 hour 20-second mark. There's the spider fight for Highspirits, but the glare misses. Fire 3 from Monoci85. Not enough yet into Garland.
There, 2 of them took it down. I usually like to grab that first level 2 so you have 3 casts, but, you know, nothing too bad here. We'll see what, you know, craziness we get from the king and the princess. We got the key. Oh, you can key in the bottle right away. It's an interesting start. That means something's likely in the dwarf cave, or in a key locked, either here or key locked in the dwarf cave.
Monoci knows
Ship or
this.
canoe.
Monoci doesn't even leave Canaria Castle. He heads directly to the 6 locked chests in Canaria Castle. Veteran move here, Tyrannex. He knows exactly where to go, the quickest and most efficient way, and it is the canoe.
Okay, that's pretty good, because he'll actually be able to route in, checking out all the chests in the dwarf cave and the northwest castle and the Elfland on his way to check out Sarda. I mean, not Sarda, the sages.
Look at this. Dual veteran moves now. Highspirits picks up his pro cape. He's about to pick up his canoe. He never left Canaria Castle either.
So it's a really nice start. I'm yet to actually see a seed like this. Only really thing we're hoping for is a little more gold to start. But you know, you're gonna see. I think it's 15 chests combined in the dwarf cave, so he'll probably have everything they need. That really nice run at the beginning too.
Oh yeah, without the Mystic Key here, I would certainly consider, and I know Monoci would, he would sell off that opal armor immediately. He may still do it, but given that they have the Mystic Key and the dwarf cave is up next, they're going to head west. There's going to be some money in there, so I would certainly think that it would be saved for at least a little while longer.
Yeah, I would assume so. You know, they got about, well, I think he sold something. He's got 7,000 gold compared to Highspirits 2,000.
Did he sell it?
I think he might have.
Highspirits is out of Canaria now. He's the first one hitting the trails here. Does he head to the 3 locked chests in Temple of Fiends? We'll see. It looks like he is going that way. Look at this veteran move. That's 3 of them now.
It's a great veteran move, actually.
Tell us what he did, Tyrannex, right there with the cabin.
He saved, that's actually the fork in the road to go to the dwarf cave and to go check out these 3 key locked chests. And if he, you know, the reason he does that is if he didn't see anything he really wanted, say there was like a wooden staff and 5 gold in those chests, You know, he could have just reset out and started right on that fort to the, you know, to get over to the dwarf cave. It looks like Monoci didn't do that, but, you know, chances are in this early in the game, you're going to find something in those first 3 chests that you want to take.
Yeah, Ice Shield being the first one in the lower corner. 2 more chests coming up right now. Gargoyles, annoying High Spirits right now. They've got the Scorch skill. Silver Shield, 2,600 gold. You're gonna want that gold for sure. Yeah, High Spirits is gonna go. He's not gonna take the reset. I think that's a good idea. Take the Ice Shield, take the money. Monoci's doing the same thing right now. He's gonna pick up his Ice Shield.
They got Scorch and Heat.
Monoci takes a wipe now. Gargoyles, I mean, they can cause trouble in the early game. They can hit hard if you don't have like some sort of a bracelet equipped. And Scorch and Heat, I mean, it doesn't do a lot, but this early in the game, it can wreck you.
Yeah, I mean, those are, you know, monsters you probably aren't used to seeing at level 2 and level 1. So, you know, they can, especially any kind of an AoE, when you only have 35 health on your fighter, can, you know, work you over. You can give them the business.
Give him the business. High Spirits now making his way towards the Dwarf Cave. Whole bunch of chests in there he's going to be able to check with the Mystic Key. Gargoyles knocking out the black belt of Monoci. I can only think he doesn't feel too bad about it.
No, he brought him back up, so, you know, maybe he wants to keep him up for this little, you know, jaunt down to Elfland. He had a silver armlet and some gold so far in the Dwarf Cave.
How exciting is this? You're in the Dwarf Cave, key-locked area with the Mystic Key, 6 minutes into the match.
This is great. I mean, this is an awesome start. Nothing really game-changing so far, but they did kind of walk her out with looks like 13,000 gold, which, you know, is going to be plenty to get them, you know, buy some level 3 and 4 spells.
Monoci did go ahead and reset other Temple of Fiends Revisited. He's moving on. He's had enough of that. He's making his way to the Dwarf Cave now, going to pick up some bucks. Fuchsia Fantasy joining us in chat. Just a few moments ago, an absolute war of a battle Fuchsia Fantasy went on with Edgeworth over on our other broadcast partner, Randomania. It was a great match. I can't wait for round 2. Meanwhile, the #1 ranked Monoci85 takes on the Dragon Warrior champion High Spirits right here on Speed Gaming.
Yeah, and this is a 116 matchup, but I think this match is a lot closer than, you know, a normal 116 matchup. High Spirits has a lot of experience. I've raced him a couple times. Puts up really good times. I think he's in our top 10 in SRL points. Not too far behind Monoci. This should actually be a really good series.
Interesting. High Spirits went ahead and took a fight there. He did it on purpose. Now look what High Spirits is doing. Taking little steps into the river as he walks towards Elfland. Saves right before an encounter. He has the option to reset. He goes ahead and he runs from the encounter here. But when you step into a river, that first step into your river does not count against your step counter. Not only does it not count on your step counter, but you cannot get an encounter. High Spirits showing off that experience here.
Yeah, he's got this all figured out. Nothing too exciting from the chest that we've seen, the keylock chest so far. Let's do some magic shopping here. We got nothing too exciting. Fire 2. Creeps have heat over on Monoci, so Monoci's just getting...
Voice is getting wrecked here.
Ooh. And there's a reset.
There's a reset for Monoci. Struggling a little bit early. Struggling might be a strong term here, but it's not going the way that he wants.
No, he's having a lot more trouble with this run. I believe that, we got Exit and Fade level 4 and Heal 3. That's a stacked level 4 magic.
Both players have the same party composition. There's no Red Mage here. The Fade would have been Red Mage learnable, but that's off the table. We don't have to deal with any of that tonight here on Speed Gaming.
Monoci giving that king just a little visit, just saying hello. Probably going to visit him here you know, a bit later in the game here. One thing I did notice of point was I think cabins were only 30 gold, so you can use those, you know, you can use a ton of cabins to avoid these encounters.
Our vendor item has been located. 8,000 gold. It is the Oxyale here in Elfland.
That's really nice to see. I mean, whenever they get their floater and they can get up to that area, they can route in the waterfall and the sea shrine on one run. You never like going all the way up there when and not having the Oxyale. In our previous flags, you know, you were obviously looking for the bottle first for the Oxyale, but we got Highspirits. See if anything's nasty on the canoes. Like, he's got enough heal items that this shouldn't be too much of an issue for him.
Monoci doing his tour of Alpha, and now he's gonna see Fade at level 4. He's gonna see Exit. He's gonna be happy to see that. He's gonna find the crown. Highspirits, meanwhile, on his horse, paddling away. He's headed to Crescent Lake.
Ooh, Monoci spent 5,000 gold on that Ice 2 spell and is not going to be able to buy this Oxyale.
Monoci will counteract that. He's the #1 seed for a reason. He's the tournament co-champion for a reason. I can only think, if I know Monoci, which I know him fairly well, he'd look to get what we call a starter pack. Floor 2 with the Volcano. Go in, raid that, and then potentially head off. We'll see how that plays out. First, the next step in progression that our players want, it's a rock. It's called the floater. Could it be here in Crescent Lake?
We got nuke level 6. Black Mage is going to be able to learn that. You know, we're not messing with any red mage shenanigans today. We've got the rod. I really like taking the black mage in these seeds because they have the second best run chance, and you know, we're just going to be checking so many chests on these seeds, and you know, having that improved run chance. We've seen Thieves and Ninjas get a lot of play so far, but you know, with Black Belt, of course, you're going to go with the 3-man party. Black Mage is a nice choice.
Black Mage can run. Very good run chancer in the game. They're the second best one at it. Speaking of running, Monoci's been doing a lot of experimenting, and we've had some personal discussions about using a thief in these flag sets. I know he likes it. He does not have the thief, though, in this particular game. I can only think that that is a byproduct of being forced to have the black belt.
Oh, I'm sure. I think with almost any other Force character, he would have had a thief in there.
Monoci making his way toward Crescent Lake now, looking to pick up his rod. Highspirits headed north now. Level 6 for Highspirits. I can only think that he's headed towards the town of Provocateur next, do you think?
Yeah, that's the obvious next progression point. You can also, I kind of like in these flags, checking out Latoya while you're up here too. The previous flags, that maybe wasn't a great choice, but here, you just don't want to skip chests, especially if you're up in this area. You know, especially while, you know, the pirates are hiding a crystal, of course you're going to go, but, you know, visiting Latoya might be a nice early play also.
A lot of different things the pirates could be hiring. The leader of the pirates, Bicky, could have a lot of different things. He could have the TNT. He could have the adamant. He could have the crown, the slab, the ruby. He could have Edgeworth's confused old brother.
He could.
He could.
One thing on these seeds that the ruby, you're not going to be able to fly and get those 4 chests in the Titan's Trove. They have moved the Titan to Omen. This is a stacked level 2.
Stacked. Cure 4, Invisibility 2, and was that Life 2?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Early on in the game, level 2 magic, very strong for the white mage. Also, the knight. Both players have a fighter. Class promotion to the knight. He's going to get all those spells from level 2 potentially.
These easy pirates not putting up any kind of a fight whatsoever, and we have the floater. Okay, let's go. Seeing an early floater for these flags.
Now we've got a definite, more of a race situation than your usual treasure hunt type in these flags. We're still going to have that, don't get me wrong. But things are going to start moving and picking up pace real quick right now. Hash Bandicoot joining us in chat. Welcome to Speed Gaming 4 in this great matchup that we've got. Always a pleasure to see you.
Yeah, there's going to be 4 items loose in chests in the world. So, you know, having the floater, it's just going to give us a really nice chance to just go where you want to go. Having access to exit at level 4, you know, opens up a ton of possibilities. Ice Cave, you know, Volcano can be a nice play if you have the exit spell. You can get some early levels and then get out of there, house up, and then, you know, take care of the Fiend.
Those 4 loose items that you talked about, Tyrannex, 1 has been located. It was the canoe. It was key locked in Canary Castle. Included in those potential loose items, the bridge, the ship. We're 15, 16 minutes into the seed already, and we know both of those items are obsolete at this point. So they could be in chests. They could be held by that kindly king in Northwest Castle. And giving that crown back could just be a complete waste of time, potentially.
Got Hydras with the spell list. That's not fun. I think I saw Stinger from them on the Monoci side earlier.
You know, Tyrannex, Stinger for me is just so annoying.
Yeah, it's just so many pure potions that, you know, just...
Yeah.
It's like a 300 gold fight, almost.
Yeah. Monoci85 dispatches the pirates, has a little chit-chat with Bicky, picks up his floater. He's gotta like seeing that.
Ran into some trouble early with some encounters, but he's only about a couple minutes behind. And I think with this early floater, our runners aren't going to be funneled into a certain direction. There's going to be complete freedom to check where you want to check.
Highspirits is the first to change the status quo, like I like to call it. 17 minutes in, he's got the airship. He heads directly to Sarda and this incentivized item. Could it be the bridge? Could it be the cube, the rod, the tail? It is the herb.
The herb that will take us back to Elfland. Thing about these seeds and this, and you know, randomized fetch quest is, you know, this herb could give you the bottle could give you the canal.
Mm-hmm.
Could send you on a big goose hunt for nothing.
Highspirits is going to head back towards Elfland Castle. He's going to turn in that herb immediately. Get this out of the way. He was in the area. This elf prince, he's got some sleeping. Oh, and
there you go. There's the ship. This is not required for the... So, you know, that increases the possibility that, you know, one of our required items to beat the game is going to be in a random chest.
Mm-hmm. The ship's out of the way now. Highspirits headed towards the volcano. This could be similar to what we talked about earlier. It could just be a quick raid. And then maybe get out of here. We'll see. Pro ring pickup now for Highspirits. Pretty good piece of armor. Tyrannex could be equipped by a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a good piece of armor. Nice, easy way to get some absorb on your mages.
Mm-hmm. Death protection, toxic.
Doesn't have the levels yet to cast exit, so he's going to have to walk out of here with whatever he gets from the armory. Ooh,
stone poison.
Game over. And Highspirits
I'm
notes right
here.
Out of that one.
Is he going
Checking
to
out the ice cave.
He has no exit charges? Yeah.
No exit charges. He's level 7. I believe he gets his first one at level 8, I think, is the first charge of level 4 white magic. I haven't seen warp.
Okay. Well, Highspirits diving into Ice Cave after getting out of the volcano. Monoci85 now picks up his airship.
About
19 and a half minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
He's gonna head to Sarda, pick up his herb. Let's see if he goes and turns it in and runs into the dead end of a ship. Cremate from the Wizard now. Wizards come in packs here in the Ice Cave. Do you consider getting out of here right now after seeing this? Yep.
Yes, I do.
Yep. Highspirit says, He's gonna dive back in, though. Is he burning off an encounter or two, maybe?
Yeah, he might be checking out the other encounter table. He has harm 4. There's a lot of undead here. Might be, well, there's your level 8. If he has a house, he's
gone.
There you go.
Okay. That's what I would have done. Monoci heads directly to Melmon. Meridian, BC's favorite place on Earth. Level 5 magic. Absolutely nothing except lamp and the white magic shop.
Temper and warp, though. Some good black magic. Max price gold bracelets.
Ooh. Players are not gonna like seeing that. No. Highspirits has returned to the Ice Cave now. 21-minute mark, runs into the Wizards again. Wizards starting to give Highspirits trouble. They've got the Dazzle skill.
Looks like Highspirits grabbed that level 8, so for the exit charge, and went to the end and is going back in. These race have Fire 3. Get out of here. This might be the very last thing you want to do.
That's got to be it now, Tyrannex. For a while on the Ice Cave for Highspirits, I would certainly think he's had enough.
Yeah, I like what Fuchsia said in chat. Ordeals would be a nice play here. You don't have the warp spell to get through it really easy, but you do have a good spell book to get through it.
Does this Monoci85 heads to the volcano now? I can only think this is his plan. We call it the starter pack. The armory area, and then get out of here and move on. We'll see if Monoci does that. There's the house pickup now. You talked about that, Tyrannex. He's got one house, there's 2 houses, picked up a couple soft potions as well, preparing for the future.
I didn't catch Monoci's levels, though, to see... Oh, he's level 7 also, so he's not going to be able to get out of here very easily either.
Highspirits headed towards the Cardia Islands and their treasures now.
I don't hate the play. A lot of times you want to wait till you get the tail to head up this way, but you never know when you're going to see the tail in these flags.
If you had made that decision, Tyrannex, with a little bit of rocking in the volcano and then the issues in the Ice Cave, are you a little? Oh boy, there's the crown. Okay,
let's go visit a king.
Yeah.
Well, that's 2 of our 4 items have been found.
Mm-hmm. If you had made these decisions that Highspirits did, and it rocked your party a little bit, would you be a little, I don't know if the term is annoyed, but would you be like, okay, what's going on here? Or do you just blast forward and go to plan B?
I am personally one to get very annoyed. And I will get very upset, and I will probably bash my head into the Ice Cave one too many times.
Yeah, maybe
thinking that I can get it done.
Maybe take out the Ice Cave with your airship.
That's definitely a possibility.
We could turn your attention real quick now to the chat room. Our polls are open. We've got multiple polls. This time we're going to talk about the bonus stream. It's going to be after the 2018 Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament, the party selection. Last year was awesome. You, the fans, tell us what it is that you want to see. We will make it happen. Last year it was 4 thieves. What do you want this year? You want 4 fighters? 4 white mages? Maybe 4 black belts? Get in there, click the link, tell us what it is that you want to see, and we will bring it to you.
I'm Monoci having a hard time here. He's got life too, though. He can recover from this somewhat. We did get the bottle early, so this play from Highspirits makes sense. The bottle will not give the Oxyel because we know where the Oxyel is, but, Could give something good. Could give us the canal.
I'm going to say TNT. Tyrannex, what do you think?
Ruby. Chime.
Ah!
That is important. That is one of the required items to beat the game.
Does Highspirits potentially make a move on the Mirage Tower? Nope, he does what it was. Future Fantasy was suggesting this earlier. Tyrannex, you pointed it out. I think this is the right play here. I think Castle Ordeals is the best option at this point in time.
Yeah, Monoci diving deeper into the volcano. I'm not sure if he completely full cleared the armory.
Yeah, yeah, that's the whole second floor of Volcano. I'm not sure, and I don't see Monoci ever go this deep. This is a deviation from his usual strategies, from what I know of Monoci85, so we'll see where he goes with this.
He got some good levels to, some good magic to maybe get through.
He's got one shot of Fade and one shot of Exit. At this point, that could be his plan.
It's probably risky to be taken on carry at this low level, but if you're here, you're here. You might as well take a shot.
Man-Cats giving it to Highspirits. Now, more trouble for Highspirits. This is the third instance. We're not even at the half-hour mark. He shakes it off, resets, starts to move forward.
Now, this has proven to be a challenging seed so far, which is good. We played for 5 weeks to get this far.
Yeah.
Let's see what these runners can do.
Black Shirt has been picked up now for Monoci85. He leaves it on, it looks like the Black Belt, to give them an AoE type of attack. He'll use that against Agamas more than likely coming up here real quick. Finds a boatload of money, 12,000 gold.
Yeah, he has kept his Black Belt up this entire time, and I've noticed he's raised him a couple times. I'm not sure if he thinks that he's going to get enough levels as he goes to make the Black Belt relevant in the game. It's a possibility. You're going to see a lot more fights. You're going to see a lot more. You're going to see a lot more chests than your normal Swiss flags run. But I still can't imagine a Black Belt's, unless he does something crazy like a solo grind.
Yeah, maybe a Warmech pops up. Perhaps you go to full clear of Floating Fortress and you get those eye fights, those Manticore fights, maybe some green Medusas. There's our third one, Tyrannex.
That's the slab. So this could actually be it all really depends on what that fourth item is, but both of our runners have seen the first item. You have to imagine that Monoci's gonna find that item in the Cardia Islands as well. So, if this fourth item shows up in a pretty easy to find spot, this could be actually a pretty fast flag.
Yeah, it definitely could. Monoci digs the slab now out of Volcano. Highspirits, through a series of resets, made it to Castle Ordeals. He's going to try to right this ship now. The ship's been rocking a little bit. Nothing devastating, but he's hitting some pretty treacherous waters here.
He is. We got Monoci on the floor with the Fiend. He's going to have to give a little visit to the Red Dragons. A couple trap tiles on the way there. Spending his Lightning 3 charges on here.
He did, yes. There's the Black Shirt. Takes out the Agama now. He's going to probably want to heal up here pretty quick. His HP's a little low here, Tyrannex, to take these fights. 2 light 3s left. Oh, but a Black Shirt wipes the Agama. He's got to like seeing that.
Yeah, it looks like he has a silver knife on the fighter. Risky to be going for this. It could really pay off for him, or it could, if we got a nasty carry one here.
I've got to definitely think he's going to get the extra levels and the extra HP from the 2 extra Agama and now the Red D fight, because he's taken on the Red D right here, going right head after into him. But his fighter is stunned, but a nice 3, no problem. Monoci85 takes out the Red Dragon. I've got to think that's his plan. These couple extra fights. He's moved up to level 11 now. He's got, he pushed down. He's taking more fights with the Agamas. He wants a little more HP.
almost wonder if he has a plan to exit out and then just make an absolute beeline for the fame after using a house.
That's an option. Down goes the black belt. Is this a...
I almost feel like that's his
grind
play. Because he's using too much. I mean, this is the end of his ice magic and his level 1 magic, so I have to think he's exiting here.
I've never seen... He did it! Tyrannex with the call. Monoci exits, does not save, but he saves before the ice cave. He said the ice cave and all those issues there. Speaking of issues...
I mean, if he gets a nice run through here, some good encounter luck, he might be able to do this. He is level 11, so he could live through some of the nastier things.
Highspirits fighting with the Pillar Maze now. He's been in here definitely longer than he wanted to be. He's being ambushed by zombies now. Should have most of Castle Ordeals figured out. If this turns into the bridge and nothing else, I would have to start to really get frustrated if I was HS. Joey1797 pointing out the veteran call from Tyrannex. Great call. Monoci85 going ahead and using the exit after clearing the volcano. Did not feel comfortable taking on Carrie at this point in time with the spell charges and the lack of weapons. I mean, look at the tracker on the bottom. There's, you know...
a lot of darkness there.
Yes.
It's not... I mean, it's a veteran move because there's so many lava tiles that you can... You know, you can get down to Carrie in no time flat. You can get from the entrance down to Carrie in a matter of minutes.
Tyrannex, let's say on your way there, you pick up an ice sword, flame armor, perhaps the Masmone, then I would think that you take on Carrie. Something like that situation arose. However, Monoci knew he had exit, he knew he had a charge of it, he planned the whole way, and he left himself options. Shows you exactly why Monoci85 is the #1 seed right now in the 2018 Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament.
Yeah, he's a great racer. He is going to... I mean, we know he's gotten further into the ice cave. There's your TNT on Highspirits side. Just got action everywhere.
The TNT at this point, pickup in Ordeals, is not a bust. At this point, turning in that TNT could be good, could be negative, we don't know. But it's done and it's out of the way. Highspirits does not have to go back to Castle Ordeals, it's done. He can, again, move on and start to adjust a little bit more to this seed in this game, and certainly his premier opponent.
Yeah, we got some unrunnable Frost Dragons. It's not nice to see here in the ice cave.
Monoci85 taking on a lot of the chests in Ice Cave. I think this is a good move. We've had 3 of our 4 loose items found. It was... the slab was found in the volcano, the canoe in key-locked Canaria, and... there's another one.
We got the Oxyel from the vendor.
Oxyel and the vendor, but I thought there was a third one that was found as well. Crown?
Yes, the crown was in Cardia.
Cardia. Okay, I wrote down Canaria. So 3 of the 4 have been located. That 4th one could potentially be non-required. Could be the bridge. Could be the canal. Something along those lines. Highspirits turns in the crown. Picks up the adamant now.
Like to welcome Mum Meridian to the chat room. Fire, oh, there you see the Fire 3 race. But he got the Harm 4 off.
Yeah.
They rolled good.
Highspirits gets to turn in his TNT and his adamant now at the same time. Picks up the loot, required item.
Really, we're only looking for the cube now at this point. We got the key, we got the loot, we got the Oxyel. And there's the bridge.
A bust on the TNT. Castle Ordeals is not required in this seed. Highspirits finds that out the hard way. Monoci, meanwhile, has resurrected his Light Warrior party. Knows about the Wraiths now. Continues on here in the Ice Cave.
He does have access to exit.
He does. Monoci continues to dig through now. Highspirits is returning to the volcano now after his failed trip earlier. Burning off an encounter, showing his experience. 124, and a big smack from the Wraith knocks down the black belt of Monoci. Monoci continues to resurrect the black belt now, even though he leaves him in the #1 position, Tyrannex. You're right, he just keeps resurrecting him.
It was mentioned in chat earlier, black belts start to get relevant around level 21.
Mm-hmm. Also having an AoE castable item in the inventory, in this case the black shirt.
Oh, and the ice cave. Complete waste. And you see, the thing is Highspirits, he had such a hard time in the ice cave, he might put that off till the end and have the information that he doesn't need to go back there.
He might, definitely. So, Castle Ordeals. Monoci absolutely smashes Melma with his airship. Look out! As if they didn't have enough problems.
These poor people of Melmon.
So, Castle Ordeals yielded the TNT, which yielded nothing, the bridge. Ice Cave, I didn't see anything in there of note. Gave us the canal again. So, both Ice Cave and Castle Ordeals, you don't see this often, waste of time.
I think we're down to the two items that I think we're looking for is...
Vorpal. There it is. Highspirits has picked up the game changer in the upper two chests of floor 2 of the volcano.
Oh, these are the chests that I don't think Monoci checked when he dived.
Mm-hmm. I believe so. So the Vorpal has been located for Highspirits now. We'll go ahead and mark that on our tracker. Our first endgame weapon has been located now at the 37-minute mark. Will Bloodworth, one half of Team Illuminati, joining us in chat. No, sir. The Mazmoon has not been found.
Got Monoci85 checking out the Earth Cave.
I like this play. I've done this before. I don't like 3 gold, though.
No, you don't. You don't like 3 gold from these chests.
No. Knows the encounter table, though. Feels comfortable diving in and checking these. Doesn't like it, he can just quickly reset out. Picks up an opal shield and armor clothing.
So, there was something... Ooh, there's
Opal.
the opal bracelet.
Ooh, opal bracelet and Vorpal have been picked up by Highspirits now. Monoci85 does not have those.
I do wonder, though, if when he goes back to take care of Carrie, if he remembers to check those. He probably won't.
We'll see. That could be his plan. He checks them, he likes what he sees, exits it out and save, doesn't like it, reset. Could be the plan for Monoci. But an early Earth Cave dive here, 38 minutes in. Not finding much.
We're on the hunt now for the cube. I believe that we still need to find...
Well, Ruby, Cube...
And
in there.
So yeah, because we have the translated slab on Monoci's part. We have yet to see the waterfall, and there's still one item. So those are the 3 items I think we're looking for at this point.
The crystal is in there somewhere. Turning in the crystal could lead to something. That could be the loose item. Matoya could be holding that cube. Could be holding the tail for class promotion. The Bane Sword has been picked up by Monoci85. One of my favorites. Tyrannex, I like it.
Yeah, it's something that's going to be actually I was shocked that he didn't put that on his black belt. That seems like a nice castable item for the black belt.
Glenfield joining us in chat with a quick question of where was the Mystic Key? The Mystic Key was handed out by the very trusting King of Canaria.
Very first item of the game.
Monoci85 continues his ransack of the Earth Cave, digs out a whole bunch of money, and Tyrnex, he got it.
The Power Bonk. Unlimited casts of Saber on yourself. It really, you can beat the game with a wooden staff if you have the Power Bonk.
A stick. Highspirits going to be very, very disappointed with this run and this dive into Ice Cave. It is not required. It is not very lucrative. There are no riches in here. No, as we like to say, us 80s kids, rich stuff. Where is the rich stuff? Monoci85 has had found a bunch of it. A bunch of gold and the power gauntlet in the Earth Cave.
"40 minutes in, this seems to be on the faster side for the progress that we've made so far. Monoci, unrunnable green ogres. Do you call them green ogres or do you call them great ogres?
I call them green.
That's because they're green. I agree, but you have the imps that are also GR. Are those gray?
Question from Fuchsia Fantasy in chat. Has the bottle been turned in? It has. It gave us the chime. Highspirits has it on his side. Take it, Tyrnex.
Yeah, we got a ribbon there on Monoci's side. We got Monoci85 checking out the third floor of the Earth Cave. Ribbon was a really nice pickup for him. We got Highspirits running into those unrunnable Frost Dragons. He's having more luck this time around in the Ice Cave than last time, but we know that he's not going to be very well rewarded after all of his work in the Ice Cave. Yes, Mr. Rocksteady, the four swords that we're showing right now that are grayed out right now is the Matsmune, the Katana, the Vorpal, and the Defense Sword, I believe. Excalibur is not on that list. With this version of the tracker, I think it's to be assumed that if you have the Adamant, that you would have the access to the Excalibur, which in these particular flags, that's not the case. The Excalibur is actually in a random chest because of the fetch quest shuffle. The Adamant actually will give you an item. Anything from the canal to the loot. Monoci visiting the vampire. I don't think this vampire is long for the world.
Who?
He's already gone. Nothing to worry about.
Never heard of him.
So we have Highspirits getting deeper and deeper into the Ice Cave, to be sorely disappointed with what he gets here. Do you think this is a tilter for him after the trouble he had earlier in the Ice Cave to find out there's nothing in here?
Well, you know, we talked about that when he was back when he was in Castle Ordeals. If it wasn't then, I can only think that right now you gotta be saying, what, really? You know, am I picking the wrong path each time? Is this, what am I doing, playing Shadowgate?
That is true. And the Earth Cave dive from Monoci so far has been a pretty profitable one. I think you missed, he found a ribbon on the third floor.
If we...
Katana.
if you look at the tracker itself, it looks like Highspirits has a progression lead. I would certainly think that he probably actually does. But the feeling that I get right now is that Monoci85 is starting to take control of this game little by little.
I would agree with you. He's really close here to his first orb. We know that he's full cleared volcano, and he can probably get through the volcano in a matter of minutes. Really, where the difference is right now is the ordeals play, and picking up some of the fetch quest stuff along the way, like turning in the bottle and stuff like that. But with an airship, that those things don't take too terribly long to take care of. So where it looks on the tracker, I would agree with you. I would say I would like to, if I was just picking up a controller right now, be on Monoci's side.
Highspirits has entered the waterfall now. 6 chests and an incentivized item. Predictions on the incentivized item, Tyrannex?
This could, let's go with the crystal.
I was going to go with the crystal as well, so both casters tonight. Tyrannex, Dragon Warrior Community Final Fantasy Randomizer player, very successful one at that. Will Cleosis here. Speed Gaming, Feasel doing all our restreaming. Thank you very much for hosting us. Thank you very much, fans, for bringing us into your home this evening for this great matchup. Mr. Versetti taking care of the tracking and all that sort of madness. So we'd certainly like to thank him as well as Monoci85 taking on Lich.
No respect for Lich.
No respect. Down goes Lich. We have an Orblet. Chat is calling for the ruby, potentially from the robot now in the waterfall. We're inching closer and closer to find out what that might be. If it is the ruby's required now. Turnix, you talked about it earlier. It gives you 4 chests in the Titan's tunnel. That could be a potential bust.
We were both correct. But this crystal could also end up in the with the ruby.
It could. Fetch quests randomized here. Welcome to the Sweet 16. 46 entered the ring of this Battle Royal gigantic 2018 spring tournament. Right now, 15 remain. Broadster has qualified, moving on to the Elite 8. He's the only one that's moved on so far. It's best of 3 now. This is the first match, Monoci and Highspirits.
The patriarch of Team Vorpal, Czar, in chat brought up a good point that, Highspirits should have a really nice level lead, all things considered, in Topher. It's just kind of interesting to see where we're going to be going with this black belt on Monoci's side. Fuchsia makes the point that if he does need to grind the black belt, he'll be pretty close. Shouldn't take too terribly long.
Highspirits is the one that has the loot. He got that from turning in the adamant. Tyrannix, I'm drawing a blank on where the adamant came from.
I believe the adamant came from the crown, which the crown came from...
Yes, it did, yes. And the crown came from...
something.
Yes.
We got Monoci85 gonna take his newfound knowledge of the language.
Crown came from the Cardia Islands, yes. Thank you, Fuchsia Fantasy. The crown came from Cardia Islands. 3 loose items have been located. The crown in the Cardia Islands, the slab deeper in the volcano, and the canoe. It was locked in Canaria. 1 loose item still remains. We have already dug up the bridge, the canal. We have seen the ship. So it's going to be an important item, we think. Potentially the cube or the tail. Monoci turning in his translated slab now. Headed to Lefane. Could this be the cube? It is.
It is the cube. Having the chime in the cube, he's right here. Personally, I would like to get some of the
Yeah.
incentive locations done while I'm up here
Mhm.
before I start diving dungeons again.
Highspirits, meanwhile, level 17 now. We're nearing the 50-minute mark. As he continues to dig in the sea shrine, he's making a visit to the ladies, Terranex.
I mean, this is obviously the best play.
Mhm.
Can't
Monoci-
question visiting the ladies.
Absolutely. Monoci85 heads to the Mirage Tower. He's going to start to dig out floor 1 of the Mirage Tower.
This is interesting.
Can Highspirits dig up an item here? The tail, maybe? To help him in his quest. Maybe another ribbon. How about a white shirt? Maybe the Mazmoon. Nothing yet.
Well, we know that the item in the chest is either going to be the tail or the ruby, so neither are exactly required. As we find a dragon armor pickup on Monoci's side, best armor in the game for a knight. And there's the ruby.
The ruby picked up now. So that's your item in a box. There's your 4th item.
That's only the 3rd for Monoci, though. He has not visited the Cardia Islands yet.
That means the tail is in Matoya's hands, Tyrannox?
I believe that is the case.
When she does not have that information. He has not been to the Cardia Islands to pick up the crown, to turn in the crown.
And I wonder how long he puts that off, because
Right.
maybe he's waiting for the tail.
It's exactly what he's got to be doing, I would think. I mean, that's what I would do.
Monoci looks like he just did a quick dive of level 1 to get some things. He's going to be visiting.
Ordeals.
I think a lot of this, I think he's going to come down to, I would like to be in Monoci's position right now if we compare the two racers, but, you know, I think a lot depends on if he goes straight to Cardia after doing Castle Ordeals. I'd say he's in a really, really great position. If he decides to, you know, full clear, if he decides to go to Waterfall, full clear the Sea Shrine, you know, that could put him behind, because you have to expect that Highspirits is gonna be able to find that that ruby pretty quickly. I don't know if he went deep enough to find the item in Volcano, though.
No, that's the difference right now. The difference in this match, Monoci85 has not been to the Cardia Islands to dig out the crown. The crown yielded the adamant, which yields the endgame required loot. Monoci doesn't have that. Highspirits has not gone deep enough into the volcano to dig out the slab in a chest. Translating the slab and getting to the Fane gives you the cube. That's the difference right now. The first player to put all that together, I would think, gains a good advantage, as Highspirits, speaking of advantage, digs out a ribbon.
That is an advantage. I mean, so we have one ribbon here and the out-of-the-way side on the Sea Shrine, and we have one ribbon kind of in a not super out of the way. It was the very, very first chest on floor 3 of the Earth Cave. There on the south wall, so that one's not too terribly far out of the way.
Highspirits re-entering the Sea Shrine now. Maybe headed toward the Fiend of the Water, Kraken, to try and light his first orb. Picks up a flame armor. Passes on it. Monoci85 going to be very disappointed with this trip to Ordeals. It's not going to help him. Highspirits has been to the waterfall. Picked up the crystal. That will, we believe, give him the option of class changing in the tail. He's in that position right now.
I believe we got Monoci85 taking scenic view of the Castle Ordeals. He does have access to the warp spell.
As Highspirits continues his dive in Sea Shrine now, we'd like to remind you that tomorrow, Thursday, July 12th at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's match 2 right here on Speed Gaming. The franchise. Ice Blue takes on Sforzando. Ice Blue is up 1-0 in that best-of-3 matchup. Should Sforzando be able to take that match and even it up, the rubber match will be played later on, 8 p.m. Eastern, again, right here on Speed Gaming. That's the next matchup coming up here for the 2018 Spring Tournament.
It's a pretty great nickname, the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
The Highspirits down here on the second to last floor of the Earth Cave. I imagine still hoping for a Mazmune sighting, an Excalibur sighting, a defense sighting.
Mm-hmm. White shirt, something.
I personally voted for the defense sword myself.
Defense sword, very versatile. Very, very useful. I don't know if it can get the job done over time, yeah? But I can tell you this, I played that challenge seed earlier. We have a challenge seed that we do once a week. Falconic FF, the Enforcer. He runs a challenge seed each week that we all run in our own time, on our own honor. And I used the game-changing Vorpal to go ahead and take out all 5 Temple of Teens Revisited Fiends. And it was awesome.
For some of our newer viewers, the defense sword casts Ruse on yourself, which is a very good self-defensive ability. 3 casts of that on yourself and things aren't going to hit you. Monoci85 finding his TNT here at the bottom of incentivized ordeals.
You know, he's not going to like it. Training the TNT is going to give the bridge. Now, here's the question, Tyrannex. He's in the area. Does he head to Cardia Islands to get the crown here? Or does he go off and chase that TNT in the Dwarf Cave?
This is the... I mean... I'm not sure. I'm not inside his head right now. I'd have to think with... Though these flags, though, I think you just have to. You can't wait to go to Cardia. Of course, if you get the tail early, I think route it in there.
Okay.
You get the tail from Sarda or Bicky or something like that, of course. But if you don't get it in the first, part of the game, the first little blitz of incentivized places, I think you have to go visit Cardia because there's a lot of chests there. There's what, 13 chests in the Cardia Islands that are completely free to get?
Yeah, pretty much. Monoci85 is leaving the continent. He's headed toward Volcano. He's going to take out Carrie. Let's time this, Tyrannex. 57:30, he enters the Volcano. Let's see exactly how long it takes him to light his second orb and take out Carrie.
Depends if he checks the second floor. If he doesn't, then this is a speed run. He's going to miss out on the Opal Bracelet.
Opal Bracelet. Wasn't there something else in the top
and
chest?
A Game Changer.
The Vorpal. That's right. He will not... Monoci85 probably not going to come back to the Volcano unless he re-enters after killing Carrie. I wouldn't think that he would do that. Speaking of fiends, Kraken. Fight initiated for Highspirits now. Left side of your screen. Lightning 3 gets a hot roll for 304 damage into Kraken now. Here comes a Fade and another Lightning 3, but Kraken absolutely wallops the White Mage. Oh, Lightning 3 for $167. Ice
Officially
2 from
1
Kraken.
minute for Monoci to get to the Fiend floor.
Another Lightning 3 from Highspirits for $125. 84 HP left now on the Black Mage. Kraken has paralysis touch, paralyzes the fighter, but it doesn't matter. Highspirits fires out another Lightning 3. Great roll. Takes down Kraken. Steps away now. Healing up. You can get an encounter after this now.
Yes,
Smart.
These are not freaks. That's a
There it
veteran
is.
move.
Veteran move from Highspirits in preparation. He healed up. He just didn't walk over and light the orb. And look what happened. He ends up with a fight. A dangerous fight, too. I mean, those lobsters are no joke.
We got Monoci going with some hold strats. Hold did not work.
Carry weak to status attacks. Confuse. Hold. Stun. There's Confuse from Monoci85. Ineffective. But the hold from Carry is effective on the Black Mage.
There we go. I was going to point out to some of our viewers, that black belt on the top was only hitting for, 11 damage. I'm not sure of his levels right now, but, that's kind of, if people were wondering why a lot of times we like to kill the black belts, that's why. Black belts are really good high level. I mean, they're the best character in the game past, I would say, level 32.
Oh, yeah. Highspirits is going to turn in his crystal now. Pick up what we do believe is the tail, along with the Sun Sword. Not bad. Monoci85 gets the bad news of turning into TNT for the bridge.
And it is the tail. We have done a good job so far. I'd like to thank our tracker, Mr. Bassetti.
Yes, Mr. Bassetti on top. Hooray! Monoci visits the Hooray Dwarf in the Dwarf Cave, has a little chit-chat with him, and we got a hooray. Validation.
Monoci,
yes.
Just hovering over the Cardia Islands, did not stop. Looks like he's going to check out the waterfall.
Oh. Does this open the door a little bit? Tyrannex?
I think this does.
You know what? Yeah, I think so too. This right here tells me that Highspirits could potentially gain control of this match here. He might be able to.
I think it's going to come down to who does what first. Monoci go to Quardia, or Highspirits does Volcano.
And digs out that slab. Is Highspirits headed to the volcano now? That's the best thing he could do. Does he turn in the ruby? I believe he's got the ruby. No. Monoci has the ruby. Highspirits is headed that way toward the volcano now. Does he go to the Gurgu? He's going to stop off in Crescent Lake first. Potential armor pickup here.
Yeah, Monoci85 going straight to the Sea Shrine before the waterfall. Highspirits looks like visiting the volcano.
Highspirits burning off an encounter. He's going to enter the Gurgu volcano. I can only think that he's going to continue to clear this. He will dig up his slab. That will make him the first one to complete the random 4 out there items. Whereas Monoci is missing. He's got the ruby from Mirage. But I don't think that's going to help in this seed at all. He's missing the crown and Cardia Islands. That's the key right now.
Well, Highspirits won't have his 4th item, but how I think it's going to play out is he's going to get this slab, he's going to translate the slab, go to get the chime, he's going to see it's the cube, and he's going to be like, oh, I'm right here. And then he's going to see the 4th item is on the 1st floor of Mirage.
And at that point, he's going to question, do I really even need it? I mean, I would think. I would head to my menu, I would see key, loot, cube. No one have the Oxial already down. I'd be class promoted. I'd be like,
it's time to beat the game.
Yeah, exactly. Time to make a move. Good fight for Monoci here. His black belt back down on one knee. Level 17. For Tyrannex, his black mage.
Black Mage is doing a great job.
He is doing a wonderful job.
Took care of that pack of Sahags. And it looks like he is not visiting the ladies.
So...
this is an interesting race. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I've got to wonder, Monoci wants to maybe knock out Kraken, light that orb, check some chests along the way, and then perhaps re-enter to the Mermaids, knowing that he does not have that crown? I would think the Mermaids is the play if I'm him here.
See if he full clears this. Yeah, he's gonna full clear this second to last floor.
Yep. Highspirits now closing in on the slab. It is, I believe it's in the Agama room. He's going to be really happy when he sees that.
There it is.
Highspirits has his slab now. Translating that and going to the Fane will yield the cube. And will yield what's called go mode. 1 hour, 5 minutes. Pretty much the items are there. They're all accessible for Highspirits now. He is headed left. Does he check the red dragon chest?
Ooh, wizard orders with toxic. The last we'll see of those, though. Yeah, I think you have to check the red dragon. You don't know if the cube's in one of these chests at this point.
Right. At this point, Highspirits could think that translating the slab could give the ruby. You're just not sure. This is not Swiss anymore. Stepping up the difficulty, making it more random, more purity in the game now, more treasure hunt aspect here in the Sweet 16. The ruby is required now to get the 4 chests. We're going to be stepping up that difficulty. Sky teleporter shuffles are coming up, but that's a little bit later. We'll get to that then. This is now match 1. Monoci and Highspirits, best of 3. Highspirits looking to light his second orb and tie up the match orb-wise with Monoci.
Yeah, and this is where the higher levels are going to start to come in. He has access to, a decent amount of nuke charges, actually. And nuke was level 6, and he has 3 charges of nuke at 1 hour and 6 minutes.
Highspirits fires one of the aforementioned nukes for 118. Takes out Carry. Lights the orb. That's 2. Monoci85 closing in on his 3rd orb. Highspirits has all the tools in his toolbox. Does he know to put them together in the right combination? We're going to find out really quick. Monoci is missing 1 tool. It's the crown. Easily accessible in the Cordia Islands.
Highspirits also does not crash his ship into this poor town.
Temper. Warped pickup now for Highspirits. Monoci85 taking on Kraken. Question from TNT175. Welcome back, by the way. This is a Woat seed, if I'm not mistaken. Woat.
Woat is a great member of our community. He's really good at letting us know when we're needed.
Stunned paralysis touch has gotten into the fighter of Monoci now, but the fighter gets back up. Kraken fires back again with fire too. Monoci's in good shape for this fight. I can't think Kraken lasts much longer.
We got Highspirits taking the path that we thought he was going to take. He's going down, taking his newfound love. Oh, his team stake. Monoci's team stake also. I know that personally because he gave me, I'm Team Tyro, and he gave me a hard time once for killing an unrunnable Tyro because I hadn't saved recently.
Monoci takes out Kraken. He's got his 3rd orb now. Meanwhile, Highspirits takes the progression lead. He's got all the items. He's got all the tools that he needs. It's time to execute for Highspirits now. 2 orbs, all the progression items. He's got the cube.
He doesn't have the power golem, though, and he's only sitting on the Vorpal, so I think we're still in check some chess modes.
I would certainly think so as well.
Looks like we got Monoci85, 3 orbs in hand.
Question from Drosy1 in chat as Monoci85 heads towards the waterfall. He's going to pick up his crystal closer to his tail. This is a good route for Monoci now. Drosy1 asking about why did Tyro become a steak?
I don't know. It shouldn't have been, but Tyros, you know, they're just friendly, majestic creatures.
Tyros, people gotta eat. People kill Tyro, people eat Tyro, get experience. That's what I say. Some people think they're lovable and hungry until they fire thunder at you. Or try to hit you with their little goofy arms. So
well,
it's
I agree. You know, if the Tyro fights back, you know, you can set the Tyro back in his place. But you know, if he's just gonna sit there with his little tiny arms and slap you for 2 damage, just let him go.
In the Final Fantasy Randomizer community, you pick a side. Either you are Team Steak or you're Team Tyro. Team Tyro, you support the Tyros. Let Tyro free. No hurt Tyro. Team Steak, dinner time.
His Dragon Armor pickup on Highspirits side, he's in the first round of the Mirage Tire. You know, has everything required to beat the game right now. I would say he actually has the lead.
I would give definitely an advantage for sure. Perhaps a lead, being that Monoci85 is in the waterfall, going to pick up his crystal. That would lead him back to Matoya, get that tail that would lead him to the Cardia Islands for that last
you have a
piece of
really
the puzzle.
great point there. You put that together in a brilliant fashion, and to be honest, you're right. This is going to take him to Matoya. Matoya is going to take him, give him the tail, and then he'll go to Cardia. Then we'll pick up, what was that? The crown, and then the crown led to the adamant, and then the adamant led to the loot. I believe so.
We know the crown is the key. The crown will get you to the loot, the required end game item.
So we got Highspirits checking out the greater than less than room on floor 2. I didn't happen to catch if there's anything exciting there. Still on the hunt for a better sword, I would say.
There's the tail pickup from Monoci now.
Exiting without checking those 3 chests, I believe there was something good in those chests.
Wasn't there? Something good, not great.
Yeah, not
good. Yeah,
not something amazing, but
we have noted that Highspirits picked up his cube and all the essential items at 1 hour and 9 minutes. Monoci now honing in on picking up his crown. He's gonna have some fetching to do. We'll get a time on that so we can compare a little bit of a difference here. Monoci still with a 1 orb lead as well.
yes, I think that 1 orb is, you know, that's a good couple of minutes. The Earth Cave, I'd say, is about a 4 or 5 minute run to get through the Earth Cave.
Falconic pointing out in chat that it was the Sun Sword. A weapon
that's right.
a weapon that Monoci would probably like to have as an option, that he did skip in Matoya. Excuse me, that was Fuzzy Mage. The 4-in-1 Fuzzy Mage. His match is coming up real quick here. Let's see, when is it? Fuzzy Mage plays tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's on our sister broadcast partner, Randomania. July 12th, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Fuzzy Mage takes on Biz, the Bismarck Man, 189, over on Randomania.
That's a spicy one. Alright, we got Monoci over here picking up.
There, he's closing in on his crown. There it is.
There's the crown.
Are you kicking yourself here if you're Monoci tier next? I mean,
I am a little bit.
Yeah.
He's going to turn this in. You know, just going to have to go a little bit north to turn in his adamant. Then he's going to see he's got everything he needs to beat the game, and he has already cleared the first floor of the Mirage Tower. Why can't I think of the Mirage Tower today? But anyways, ooh, we've got 49 damage from that black belt. Starting to ramp up.
Baby steps.
Man, I don't know where you are, Will, but it is hot.
Very
Goodness
northern,
gracious.
very northern continental United States. It is absolutely perfect here. Highspirits elects for a second time to run from a single eye encounter. That tells me, that tells me he was gonna move
Be in
forward.
go mode, but he is checking those. A lot of good density on this floor, and the chest. There's a total of, I believe, 14 chests on this floor, and it's easy to maneuver around here with the warp spell. Thor hammer, great pickup for the white mage.
We talked about Highspirits potentially kicking it into gear here.
Ooh,
He does
and
not
ribbon
kick it into
too.
gear, and he gets rewarded with the ribbon in the floating fortress. Now he's got to like to see that. That's 2 for Highspirits now.
Yes, because I was just about to comment that I think now that he's in, what we would consider go mode as far as, the items to beat the game, that he would avoid that chest in the 3rd floor of the Earth Cave.
Is that the Power Gauntlet?
That is the 3rd ribbon.
That's the 3rd ribbon. The Power Gauntlet, I believe, was in the 2nd floor of Earth Cave in the lower 3-chest Earth-guarded chamber. Ain't going there. If it's there, which I believe it is. White shirt. Okay, Highspirits continues to get rewarded now with the white shirt pickup.
It's been a really good floor to clear out.
Monoci on the tail of Highspirits now, looking to get his 4th orb. He's got all the progression items. The tide has swung a little bit here. We're back to mostly even, maybe favoring Monoci a little bit.
I would say Monoci slightly.
Very slightly is what I would think as well.
We're in an interesting spot with weapons. Nothing really too exciting been found by Monoci so far, but he does have that power gauntlet, which can turn any weapon really into, with enough power bonks, you can do it with no weapon. And it also improves your accuracy. Whereas we have the Vorpal, the game changer, but no power bonk to, make it into a true powerhouse. And we don't think that he'll find that power bonk. That's just too far out of the way in the Earth Cave for him.
Power Gauntlet has been fixed. It casts the Saber spell. Did not work in the original game. Our wonderful development team, Nits, Meridian, Trope, Tartapan, all these great guys. Game Boy F9 is in there. One of the first things that they did, put in conveniences. You're able to buy 10 heal potions at a time now. It's not dirt. Yeah. Dash option. Unbelievably. You take it for granted nowadays. It's awesome. We certainly thank our development team for that. Highspirits now makes quick work of the Bridge of Destiny. On to Tiamat.
Monoci85 just barely behind, going to be entering the Sky Castle. Will be interesting to see if he finds, if he does clear out that good density room.
Highspirits is using the Sun Sword, it looks like, against Tiamat now. Monoci85 will not see that Sun Sword. He bypassed it already. Tiamat fighting back a little bit. 4 hits, 8 damage from the Sun Sword. Highspirits electing not to use the Vorpal here. Doesn't cost him yet. Does he learn from this? Moves up to level 21. Lights his 3rd orb after a nuke shot.
I do wonder if Monoci doesn't find any weapons at all, if maybe he just walks in a lot of lava and smacks some Agamos with a black belt for 5 minutes.
That could be an option. He's kept the black belt, and obviously now a master up. He's level 19 for his warriors, and that would be, potentially a very good option, considering he hasn't left the black belt on the ground as Highspirits has. I would have done that. I mean, I would have left him on the ground.
So we got Highspirits with his third orb. It looks like he's going to be, what is he? He still has Earth left, and he is visiting Titan's Trove. I wonder if there's a good weapon here in Titan's Trove. Oh, we do have Monoci checking out this floor. He's going to get his second ribbon. I don't think he's going to get his third because I think the one that he missed was in Mermaids.
Yeah.
I believe so.
There it is. There's 2 for Monoci.
And something that, just a little piece of advice from me to some runners, the ribbon is a piece of armor, and you have to equip it for it to do what it's supposed to do.
Highspirits resets. Lost the White Wizard, gonna jump back in now.
Because if you're in a race and you don't equip a ribbon, it's not going to work for you. I don't know who would have done that, but
Right, Tyrannex, we've all done it, my friend. I did it in the play-in race. Ribbon is headgear. Wonderful to have. You must equip it. Protects against elements, death, whole bunch of stuff. It does not protect against touch status attacks, which would be paralysis touch, poison touch, stone touch, things like that. The ribbon can't protect you against.
I did not know. Thank you, Maya. That's a veteran move, of course. We do have Highspirits checking out some chests here in the Earth Cave.
Monoci going through the Guy 4F teleporter maze now. Not quite a maze as of yet. Later on, we will have that.
I believe that's our finals. Our finals will put on that teleporter maze.
Okay, I thought it was the final 4, so in the finals, that will certainly be shuffled. Here we are, the Bridge of Destiny. Highspirits make quick work of this. Is Warmech here? Highspirits is checking the chests in Earth. Tyrannex. Will he get the Power Gauntlet? This is huge. This is critical. He
That's
gets
his
the
third
ribbon, though. Okay.
I think he skipped the Power Gauntlet in the second floor.
3 ribbons for Highspirits now.
For all 3 of his characters.
The plot thickens even more. Monoci85 absolutely flying through the bridge now. Flying through the Bridge of Destiny, that's the way to time it.
Be an interesting choice where he's going. He'll have he has the loot, the key, he's going to have 4 orbs. He could do Topher. It'd be interesting to see if he thinks he has the gear for Topher.
Level 20 now for one of Monoci's Light Warriors. Healing up, going into the battle with Tiamat. Highspirits has already taken out Tiamat. It'll be interesting to see if Highspirits continues to check chests. 3 ribbons, no weapon. You just talked about it, Tyrannex. This next floor in the Earth Cave, there's a decent amount of chest density. In that upper area, he's got access to warp. If he checks it, he's got a shot at something. If he doesn't, puts him a little bit more behind. Monoci could extend what we believe is a little bit of a lead he's got now. Monoci dispatches of Tiamat. That's 4. 4 orbs are lit. Mystic Key and loot in hand at, we'll call it the 1 hour 24 minute mark. Might do a little bit of shopping. Double check everything. Is he comfortable with his endgame weapons? Does he jump over to the mermaids to check something like that? I just don't know. We're gonna find out. We've switched our audio now over to Monoci as he has taken the lead. Monoci is... Is he going... Monoci's lost. He does this, folks. It's okay. You should see him in floor and entrance shuffle. He's going... to get some spells in Elfland, it looks like. Meanwhile, Highspirits closing in on his 4th orb now. He's in the Earth Cave. Gonna dispatch a Lich very quickly. Bit of a difference here. Monoci has had his black belt, now master, alive pretty much most of the game. He has nursed him through this. Highspirits has funneled the experience to his 3 main light warriors, the Black Wizard, the White Wizard, and the Knight. Weapons are weak. Sun Sword for Highspirits. Monoci has nothing. 3 ribbons for Highspirits. The Vorpal. Power Gauntlet on Monoci's side. Monoci continuing his shopping now for his Knight.
Got a high 5 here in Provoca, picking up level 2 spells. Hour 26 into the game. High 5 in Provoca.
Life 2, Invis 2, Cure 4. You gotta like having that on a Knight Pterodax. That's a real good backup plan.
Yeah, Cure 4 is great for solo strats. You know, you can, if your fighter gets low against Chaos, you just pop them back up to 500 health.
Endgame weapons really the question right now. Both players doing some tidying up, both in Canaria, ready to head to Temple of Fiends. Is HS making a play here? Is he going?
He looks like he's going at the hour, let's say 27-minute mark. Will be the first to enter Temple of Fiends.
Temple of Fiends revisited, 1 hour 27 minutes for Highspirits now, using his same strategy as before, burning off an encounter, and now he enters. Monoci continues to do shopping. Gold bracelets, pro rings, something along those lines. I believe he's going for the armor shop. Four gas dragons for Highspirits. He's definitely going for it. He's trying to run from these guys. We're not talking levels and exiting here. Highspirits wants this.
No, we're going for it.
Highspirits takes the lead now. Back and forth, back and forth. Highspirits led. Monoci started to take command. Monoci was the first one with 4 orbs. He had an orb lead the entire time. But it's Highspirits now who has entered the Temple of Fiends, making progress floor after floor. Meanwhile, Monoci's gonna get prepped. He knows what it is that he wants to do. Monoci now enters the Temple of Fiends, revisited 1 hour 28 minutes. That's 60 seconds after Highspirits.
I'm trying to get a look at somebody's black magic. I didn't write down where fast and temper were on the spell list. I don't know how much access they have.
I believe temper was level 2. No, it was 5. It's definitely
That
available.
is right.
Yeah,
Okay.
level 5. Monoci uses a Fade Charge on some Frost Dragons now. Level 20 for his Knight. His Knight is named Sho, named after Sho Fukamachi. Monoci taking the Gas Dragon fight. Highspirits moving forward. 2 different strategies here. How many fights will Monoci take? How many spells will he use? Will he continue? Will he exit? Does he feel comfortable with these levels and weapons? Level 22 for Highspirits now. Monoci is going for it. Okay. Healing up to take on the Phantom now.
Yeah, Fuchsia. I believe he has. Both runners have level 6 nuke.
Mm-hmm. Validation check for Monoci. He's going to use his loot and continue on. Meanwhile, Highspirits about 2 floors ahead. He's on the Earth floor. Gets ambushed by Earths, who start to rock him a little bit. Highspirits says, I'm out of here. Maybe not. There it is.
Now we're getting to the second round of Fiends. Well, this is where we're going to see if they have enough levels and gear to handle this. I mean, they have plenty of magic.
Cure 4. Lich 2 has Cure 4. Great to see. Came right out in the beginning of the spell list. That's off the table for the other Fiends. Highspirits has that information. We'll see if Monoci gets that information. Monoci 1 floor behind Highspirits now. Make it 2 floors. Highspirits making quick work of this so far. He's on the fire floor. Monoci steps away from the earth floor. Monoci steps away from the earth floor. Unrunnable frost dragons. Gotta hate that one step away.
I agree with you, chat. This is a really good race. I mean, divergent paths, they came together within a minute of each other.
How much effect will that third ribbon of Highspirits have? Bane is coming up. Poison Smoke, Zap.
Tornado from Carry 2.
Damage Poison is in there. That third ribbon could help a lot. Carry absolutely blasts the Knight of Highspirits now. Highspirits, 4 hits, 30 damage. Not doing much with the Knight, but a nuke for 358 did some damage. Ice 3 from Highspirits, trying to conserve those spells. 7 hits from Carry. He's not doing anything physically.
Looks like Carry.
Thunder!
Ooh, Thunder. That 3 ribbons doing work.
We just talked about that. That's huge. That's huge, Tyrannex. That third ribbon just saved a death from one of his warriors. It could have been the White Wizard. Could have been a lot of different things. That third ribbon just came up huge for Highspirits.
I was thinking to myself during that fight, I was like, he's done nuclear and nuclear away from this being a wipe.
Question from chat. Does Highspirits have the Power Gauntlet? He does not. It was buried in Earth Cave. Monoci dug it out. He did Earth Cave early. Monoci now on the fire floor. We're back to Monoci being 1 floor behind.
We're going to have to see about the fire. I mean, we've used a lot of Fade charges so far, you know. Do we have enough firepower to get through?
Highspirits has been using the Sun Sword. I believe he's going to switch. Did he switch to the Vorpal? Not sure. We'll find out soon. 6-pack of water is giving it to Highspirits now, slowing him down and annoying him. Monoci85 hitting Carry 2 now.
Yeah, it's still about a minute difference.
Hang on to your seat, Speed Gaming fans. Final Fantasy Randomizer fans, we have had some great matches so far in the 2018 Spring Tournament. More than I ever thought we could have. We got another barn burner here. Game 1, best of 3. The all-important Game 1. Both players want this.
Attempt for hold from Tyrannex in the bottom row did not work on Carry 2.
Kraken 2 from Highspirits now. Highspirits is going... a mix of...
using his temper charges on.
Uh-oh. 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 Look out. Nuke. Right off the... oh my god, Highspirits just got
that is it.
Oh wow, okay. He's going back in?
We have us a gatekeeper.
Okay. Alright. Down goes the White Wizard for Monoci.
Monoci having trouble.
He's got life 2 on the Knight.
He does.
Takes out Carry 2. He's going to go ahead and resurrect his party. Now, here we go. Tyrannex just said it. We got a gatekeeper situation here. The first spell for Kraken 2 is Nuke. Looks like he likes to use it as well. And Kraken's Kraken. He'll absolutely obliterate you with one of his tentacles.
Rolled really high on the White Wizard, 380 damage.
Mm-hmm. Monoci's on the water floor now. Monoci takes the lead, but he's about to run into Kraken 2 in a little bit here. Highspirits changes his strategy a little bit here. He ran into these gas dragons before he ran from them. Now he's fighting them. Adjustments here from Highspirits.
Level 24 is, I think, the level that he wants to get at for the Vorpal. That's an extra swing for the Vorpal.
Right, and definitely level 29 would really be the excellent breakpoint for the Vorpal on the night. Against either of these opponents, do you have time to get to 29, the almost ideal spot? I don't know.
I don't know.
Right.
Monoci taking these fights. I didn't see if this was unrunnable.
Monoci looks like he's taking this fight. Not unrunnable. He knows his weapon situation is not ideal. He's under 50 heal potions now. 1 life 2 already been burned off his knight. Honing in on Kraken 2. He's gonna skip this fight though. Highspirits continues to go for a walk.
Taking a grind.
Mm-hmm. 4 gas
after
dragons,
what you saw from Carry 2, you know you need it.
Down goes the
Tyrannid's
Black
taking
Wizard.
a nap. It's not the time to be taking a nap.
No. Target level for Highspirits Tyrannix, what do you think? You think it's 24?
I think it's 24. He could go higher. He's getting 5,400 experience from these fights. I mean,
Yeah.
he could take it a little higher. 24 is that break point for another swing of the Vorpal.
Mm-hmm. Monoci's knight is whipping around an ice sword.
I don't know if that's enough. I mean, he has the power gauntlet, but how long are you going to live to be able to power gauntlet that up?
Can you? Monoci85, there's a reason he's the #1 player, ranked player in this tournament right now. There's a reason he's the co-champion of the league. He's going to try to figure out a way to do this with the power gauntlet, or probably some sort of preemptive heals. Kraken with a big tentacle to the knight already off the bat before he could get his evasion out.
Started out slappy happy though, instead of with the nuke.
Slappy happy Kraken. What will come of round 2, Monoci versus Kraken 2? Kraken with a blast, and down goes the White Wizard. Ooh. Monoci has no clue what's waiting for him in store. Kraken with multiple melee hits. His first spell on his list is N-U-K-E, Nuke.
But he's gotten, I think, 3 power bond cough and a temper. That's 170 damage. Black Belt eats a shot though. He's going slappy happy. He has no spells yet.
Melee. 4 hits for 332. I did 4th melee attack from Kraken. In a row. 4 rounds, 4 melees from Kraken. Monoci's still standing.
I believe he still has the life 2 charge to recover from this if he can get through this.
That's right. 5 melee attacks now from Kraken. Here comes the Ice Sword again for 500 almost. 448.
Kraken 2 can't have much left.
Heal potion. Kraken missed. Free round. Can the Ice Sword get it done, Tyrannix?
No, 247. A Black Belt hit for 9 damage. There's the nuke. But survives one last swing. Did it!
Ooh,
17 hit points.
17 HP left on the knight. Monoci gets through 5 melee attacks from Kraken 2, gets through the nuke, the Ice Sword, and the perfect amount of Power Gauntlet Saber cast, takes out Kraken 2. He uses the life 2 on the knight. I think that was his last one. Resurrects the White Wizard. Now his party's at full HP. He's onto the Echo with the Floating Castle. He wants time at 2 now.
We know we've seen Cure 4, so that's not going to be an issue of, not being able. He has the white shirt. You can get enough white shirts up. I think it's 6.
Yes.
Which, it's tough to live for 6 rounds, but if you can get 6 of those up, that's max evasion. No more life 2 on the white wizard, but has plenty of life 1 casting. That happens.
Time at not hitting too hard. He goes after the black wizard first. Monoci
43
adjusting
damage.
now. Monoci adjusting using fog too. Meanwhile, Highspirits is making his move. He's towards the earth floor now. He's a couple floors behind Monoci.
Power bonking up.
Another white shirt cast. Good turn order here from Monoci against this fiend. Lightning 2 comes up from Tiamat, not doing much. Wall has been cast to protect his master now.
Master has a lot of levels. He did eat a shot from Kraken.
He did. Another lightning 2 from Tiamat now, not doing much. Cure 3 from Monoci. Another white shirt. He knows he's got to power bonk fast and temper this. He's only whipping around an ice sword here. These are big fiends.
I think that's the 4th power gauntlet shot.
Critical hit from Tiamat, breaks through evasion. Did some damage to the knight. Monoci immediately goes to heal the knight with Cure 3. I think it's a good move.
Miss.
4
for
hits.
229 damage, I believe that was.
Yeah, 229 from the knight. 1 damage. Stop! Comes out. Paralyzes the black wizard. 4 hits,
That's
4 damage
probably
from the
fine.
master. Yeah.
It's done about 550 damage to Tiamat so far.
There's Zap. The ice sword again only gets a $114. Meanwhile, Highspirits is checking the hidden chests on the carry floor now.
Looking for a weapon.
3 hits, 170 damage from the knight and the ice sword now. Thor hammer, black shirt being thrown out there. Monoci trying to kill Tiamat too. He knows it's got to happen sometime soon before something else happens.
Rub. That wall cast on the black belt, and down goes Tiamat too.
Monoci has taken out Tiamat 2 now. I believe we may have lost our volume a little bit. No, Highspirits is back. 1 more encounter. Monoci is through. Here we go. To the Chamber of the Ultimate Fiend Chaos. Monoci wielding an ice sword on his knight. He's out of life charges, doesn't need them, but he's got the power gauntlet. How will he attack? He's got the white shirt. He's got 4 fogs. Look at him go through his inventory. Look at him. Looking at the spells. See how many hits he's got. He's got 2 fades. He's got 2 heal 3s. He saved those heal 3s for this fight. He may use them preemptively. 1 nuke.
I believe he has a fast cast as well.
Here we go. There's the fast from the Black Wizard, trying to get that off onto Falconic, his knight. There's the power gauntlet.
Too.
There's the fast. He gets a break here with Ice 2. The white shirt being used by Monoci, freezing that evasion. More white shirts. Do you have temper?
No,
He's out of tempers.
he's used everything.
Heal 3.
I don't know if he has any wall cast. Ooh, Inferno.
Ooh, Inferno. Inferno skill coming up from Chaos now. There's the heal 3.
I think that's the 3rd white shirt application.
Mm-hmm.
Halfway there. The levels on this black belt, he's lived to get this evasion up.
That might be Monoci's last heal 3 shot. He's used them both. Uh-oh! Oh, no!
There's a nuke, but a couple barely lived.
12 HP left for the Master, 45.
I think you start dumping heal potions into the knight.
We're under 300 now for the knight. There go the heal potions. Chaos misses physically.
Ooh, Highspirits nuke just out the bat.
Another
He
power
did get the
gauntlet.
defense sword. I missed where he got the defense for. Was that
Was that
in
the carry
carry 2 floor?
It might be. Might have been. Monoci trying to chip away now. Another white shirt. He's going to be down to
I
the
think
night
that's
pretty
Max.
soon. Thor's hammered. Another power gauntlet buff. Lightning 2. Oh, White Wizard's still alive. He's out of heal potions, I think.
That's
Ice
it.
sword.
Ooh, big hit.
Did he get,
I
he
believe
get
that was
1,000?
over 1,000.
Down goes the White Wizard. Here comes another hit from the Ice Sword. 830. He's 1900 in. Here comes another one from the Ice Sword. 850. And down
Boom.
goes Chaos.
GG Monoci. That was really well played.
Wow.
Not a lot of, tools at his disposal to get through that.
Wow. Well played by Monoci. He takes his first match now. Best of 3. He did it with the Ice Sword. The Power
Number
Gauntlet.
1.
Wow.
Congrats to Monoci85. Official SRL time. Hour, 44 minutes, 58 seconds. It's a really good time for these flags, too. And it looks like we're going to get him in for an interview.
He is. We're going to go ahead and get him an invite over here to Speed Gaming so we can chit-chat about this match. Monoci takes it. 161 chests open. 31 ambushes. He ran away from 122 matches of the 209. Highspirits is hurting right now against Kraken 2. He's down to the night.
That
Lightning
lack of
2.
power bonk is really the difference in this.
Mm-hmm. Nuke from Kraken 2. Down goes Highspirits. Yes. Highspirits is going to go ahead and call this a night. He's going to go ahead and throw in the towel. Valiant effort for Highspirits here in this great back and forth matchup. Our winner tonight, Monoci85, the #1 ranked player, undefeated, continues his undefeated streak. And I do believe we've got a Monoci85 joining us.
Hey guys, good game. Wow. That Kraken 2 though. Wow.
Yeah, good game, Monoci. It's Tiernex here. How about that sword selection?
What sword selection? I have axe. I have the greatest axe.
Monoci, Monoci, it's Will. I got a couple questions for you. What happened to the Vorpal?
What purple?
What happened to it? You had it. Oh no, wait, you didn't have it. Highspirits had it. It was in the volcano. Okay.
I didn't have anything. All I have was
the Ice Sword.
the best thing I had was an ice sword, and I've been using the gray axe and silver axe for the longest time.
Monoci, Highspirits beat you to the Temple of Fiends Revisited at 1 hour 27 minutes. You made it in at 1:28. It was really even the whole way. There was one difference in this match, which we think probably gave you the advantage. What do you think it was?
Fast? Live 2 maybe?
Nope.
Temper?
Nope.
Power Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Wait, where was Power Gauntlet?
Earth floor 2.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Yeah, that. If I didn't have the Power Gauntlet, I would have been searching for a Massive Moon or a Vorpal. But I had the Power Gauntlet, so that's why I went with the Ice Sword.
GG, Highspirits.
GG, Highspirits.
So
GG?
yeah,
There
that was a really good match. I mean, you guys entered within 1 minute of each other. It was close. Just kind of like the difference of the one item that was found by Monoci that I think made all the difference.
Did he find a sword or something, or power gauntlet?
Power Gauntlet was in Earth Floor level 2.
Yeah, I thought that second time through I had a chance when I found the defensive floor in Topher, a defensive sword in Topher, but I still kept getting first turn nuked.
That was also a pretty big difference. Highspirits, you got the first spell from Kraken 2, of course, was Nuke. It really did some damage to you. When Monoci took on Kraken 2, The first 5 rounds were all melee.
Wow.
The 6th round, Kraken broke out the nuke and completely obliterated Monoci, and he was able to take out Kraken 2 with a 17 HP. Was it Ice Sword wielding knight?
Yeah.
What weapon did you end up with at the end?
Ice sword.
I had the Sun Sword. I guess I was lucky, question mark.
Mhm.
I,
Yes,
I was using the great axe for like the longest time, man. The greatest axe ever created in the game.
Yeah, I was using Ice Sword for most of the time, for half of the run, and found the Sun Sword towards the end there. And I did find Vorpal, but it didn't really help me out a whole lot when I used it.
Sunsword was in Matoya's cave,
Mhm.
and I believe Vorpal was in the upper chests in Armory. Question that was being asked in chat most of the game. This is from Monoci85. You kept the black belt up basically all game.
Yeah, I was gonna have him at 22. If all fails, I'm putting the knight up in front, the black belt as the damage with a power bomb. If I didn't find any decent weapon. If I end up with the great axe at the end, I will switch the black belt at level 22. Because I have level 22, he would have 6 hits with fast at 12 hits, and then with some power bomb, he would do some major damage. That was my plan. A backup plan.
Mhm.
So where was Power Gong? Oh yeah, Earth. You said. Never mind. Ugh. I'm tired. Leave me. I'm sorry.
Monoci, you put off the Cardia Islands. Was that because you didn't have the tail and you wanted to do that whole swoop?
Yeah.
Okay, that would have netted you the crown. Highspirits, you were able to get the progression go mode at 1 hour 9 minutes. Monoci, you didn't dig that out till right around the 1 hour 20-minute mark.
Yeah, it was a really interesting match because the fairly early floater, you guys both got to take pretty different paths throughout the entire game, and then you both actually high-fived in Provoca, picking up level 2 spells for your knight, and it was a really good match actually. It was interesting because we as casters, we got to because you took the different paths, we kind of knew where everything was really fast in the game. I'd say at the 55 minute mark, we as casters knew where all the items were. So it was a really well played match, and I really look forward to game 2.
We also knew that both the Ice Cave and Castle Ordeals were busts, complete and totally all around. And I don't know how you can feel that as a player. Can either of you find a way to maybe try to skip that? Do you ever risk something like that, Monoci?
I was planning to, but it was so close, and I had the spells for it.
Yeah, I had a plan too. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go into Volcano first, and then so I can try to skip Ice altogether. And then I ran into Toxic Giants and said, okay, I forget that. I'm gonna go to Ice Cave. I go in there, and I got Fire 3 to death, and I'm like, okay, I don't like this place either. And then I went to, that forced me to Ordeals because that was my only other choice. And then, yeah, so I ended up having to run everything.
Yeah, I went to Volcano first since I got Ice 3 level 2. I exit out once I get the slap and check the dragon chest because I didn't have anything to kill carry with. So I end up at level 14 by the end because I tried to level with the Gagamas, wasting all the spells. So my Ice Cave was pretty nice. I got Fire 3, but my White Mage survived, so I was able to resurrect my party and continue on.
Yeah, I got most of my experience in Ordeals after that. And then, after that, I went to Sea Cave, and I was able to rocket up in levels there because I'm like, I'm just going to... I wanted to take a risk somewhere because it was getting to 50 minutes into the match, and I felt like I had nothing. I think I had 1 ribbon and nothing else to help me out. And I was like, I have to try something. So I took a risk into Mermaids, and that was a complete dud.
Yeah, everything is a complete dud this game. Did you check anything on Sky? I skipped the Spider Room and the Bane Sword plus the left side of that floor.
I did everything except for Spider. I skipped Spider. I found the second ribbon that I had in there, and I'm like, I'm just gonna pray. At that point, I had everything, and I'm like, I think I'm just gonna risk going, and maybe Topher will have something for me, or one of the chests in Earth along the way. And so I checked everything but Spider. I didn't want to waste time in there.
Yeah, I full cleared Earth after I got the rods. Because we got the rod pretty early, so I just went in Earth after I cleared Ice. And Earth didn't pay out much except for the power bonk, I guess.
Yeah, Earth is what I did last, and I only checked the fairly easy rooms to get along the way. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mass Immune is waiting for us in Marsh.
Yeah, I didn't touch Marsh. There's no way I'm touching Marsh with a floater.
or Excalibur. Both of them could be sitting in there laughing at us.
I think so.
Hey, I got one small victor. I won the fantasy point. Is that because I fed the Titan? I did that for you guys.
Oh, I forgot to feed the Titans.
Aha! I had to snag those points from you somehow.
You both had the same party composition with the Force Black Belt. Now, Monoci, I know you've been experimenting a lot with a thief in this flag set. Did you want to do that, and did you change based upon the black belt being forced, or how did that work out for you?
Well, the black belt is like a thief for me. It's just the option to run away and use a white shirt or a black shirt on this case. But a thief is much better at running percent. Because you check so much chest, I think a thief is beneficial. And you end up like at the end of the game, you end up like around maybe 20 to 30 more encounter than usual, like the way you run these with seed. So a thief could get you save you a lot more time in this flag.
Mm-hmm.
That was my plan.
Highspirits, will start with you. Getting the Mystic Key early. Did you like that?
Yeah, it means I could hit all those chests without having to loop around a second time. Except for I probably wasted the time checking all those chests because I think there was almost nothing in all of those chests.
Yeah, it didn't really seem like there was a lot in the Mystic Key chests.
Well, there was the ice shield in the TOF chests.
Yeah, Ice Shield was about it. There was nothing in all of those chests.
Right.
Like I didn't find anything until after Sea Shrine, besides that one ribbon in over an hour, and that made me panic. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel really bad going through the seed.
The canoe being in key lock tech area, well, obviously the main progression item. Other than that, really, the ice shield, we didn't see much else either.
Yeah, the canoe, I guess. Canoe and Ice Shield was it. But GG, man, it looks like it was at least close until the end. I'll take that. Kraken 2 was kinder to you than he was to me, and that's how it works in this.
Yeah, he was really, really nice to me. He only threw 5 melee plus a nuke.
I did get an RNG loop in there the second time I fought him, but the RNG loop was me doing 17 damage and him missing, so that didn't work out very well.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to hold A for this part. I mean, doing 17 damage is kind of slow.
If only it was 50. I could have had a chance.
I think you might. I mean, wow, all you had was the Vorpal.
Did you wipe it all in Topher? Or?
Oh no, I did not.
Oh, so I must have gotten to Kraken 2 long before you did.
Yeah, I'd say you were about 90 seconds ahead.
I took
Monoci was just kind of slow and steady through,
Yeah, I took
all
more
Topher.
encounter. I took all the encounter that I could get to level up to 22 on my black belt, so I could have like a backup plan on Chaos just in case.
Yeah, that second time I farmed like 3 levels on the second floor or the third floor, and then ran through a second time. I was like, first turn nuke. I'm like, it did 380 damage to my white mage. I'm like, I know this is not going to end well, so I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna gain a couple levels and try again.
Yeah, that Kraken too. I almost died too as well, so I got the lucky end of it.
Highspirits, Monoci, great match. Monoci, move on to 1-0, best of 3. The second match will be tomorrow. It's going to be right here on Speed Gaming, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be right here. Can't wait to see that. Should there be a third match, the day after, Friday, July 13th, also at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, also right here on Randomania. I can't wait for the rematch, guys. This was very close, back and forth. It was, he's got the lead, no, he's got the lead, he's got this. Well, what about progression? And where in the world are the swords? Obviously, a very good show, very good outing, certainly from both of you, and I certainly enjoyed it as well. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up here real quick. Final thoughts. Our winner tonight, Monoci.
Thanks you guys for commentating Will and Tutornex, and thanks Fiesel for the restream. Much appreciated, guys.
Oh, you're welcome.
Highspirits.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I hope, at least I'm happy that I was able to keep it close. That gives me hope for tomorrow. To watch out for the Buzzsaw Cookie Monster.
It was
Everyone calls me the Buzzsaw, so I'm like, no, he's the Cookie Monster. He's not the Buzzsaw.
Buzzsaws the cookies. Highspirits. It was much more than close.
Yeah.
Trust me, it was much more than close. It was a fine outing from both of you guys, both premier elite players here. We'd like to thank
one more thing real quick. You can apologize now.
This was his second time rolling a C.
We'd like to thank Mr. Versetti for taking care of all the tracking tonight, keeping us certainly informed, and certainly the Speed Gaming fans. Fiesel taking care of the restream, and Speed Gaming for hosting this great Sweet 16 matchup for us tonight. My tag team partner, Tyrannex. We finally got together, my friend.
Yeah, it was fun. Great match. GG, everybody. It was fun.
Any final thoughts, Tyrannex?
No, looking forward to tomorrow. You guys put on a good show. Definitely a lot closer than a 116, you'd think.
Oh, absolutely. No question about that. Reminder, Game 2 between Highspirits and Monoci tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Speed Gaming. It kicks off, though, at 4 p.m. Eastern, again, right here on Speed Gaming. Match 2, Ice Blue. They call him the franchise. He is 1-0 against Forzando. So Forzando looking to even it up, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Speed Gaming. Also tomorrow, also at 8 p.m. over on Randomania, the 4-1 Fuzzy Mage, out of nowhere, taking on Bismarck 189. Qualifier from the play-in race, took me out certainly in that play-in race over on our broadcast partner Randomania, 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. For Tyrannex, Mr. Versetti doing our tracking, thank you very much. My name is Wokleosis. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful Team Vorpal.
I hate Vorpal.
Yeah, without Power Bomb or Tempered, Vorpal is trash. Agreed.
4 charges of Temper going into Topher.
Yeah, I had 4 charges, but I had Power Bomb. So I had it much easier time than you did.
Yeah, I did try using Temper in that fight, but he kept first turn nuking me, so I could never get Temper off.
Yeah, that's unlucky, because I got 5 melee in a row, and I got 4 Power Bonk off before I start swinging.
Yeah, it just sounds like you got the lucky end this time, but I'm happy with myself because I was able to stay up next to you and ahead of you at times, so that gives me hope for tomorrow, man.
Yep. Good game, dude.
Yep, GG. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys.